Good day, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Beautiful Setbacks. I am your guest for today, Jericho Arceo, and I want to introduce to you our host for today,
Galing.
Pwede.
Alden.
Alden. Jericho or Jick, right? We call you Jick kasi that's what we know. But show business name is Jericho, right? So we call
Cringe yung
you
show business.
Show
Cringe.
business.
Right? Because we are like entering show business. We're gonna call you Jericho na lang.
Bigatin yung mga guests natin, no?
Bigatin. This is just the second episode, but
Literal.
literal na mabigat ang guest natin. But tell us more about siguro your journey of how did you discover the vlogging thing? Was it because of boredom, or was it like something that happened prior pandemic?
It started from a setback. A setback nga had to happen so I would be here. Kaya nga, beautiful setbacks. But at that time, I thought my world was ending kasi I really wanted to be a basketball player. That was my dream. Di talaga vlogger. And at the time, that was nagsastart pa yung vlogs sa Philippines. Sila Kong TV nauna, ganyan. So I really wanted to become a basketball player. And then, nung napilay po ako, that was the redirection. When things went, exponentially, parang subscribers na, ganyan. Syempre, initially masaya ako. Wow, sabi ko, thank you Lord, ganyan. But yung kalakip nun, I think I was not ready for yung responsibility na I have to be careful sa sasabihin ko. It became, medyo naging extreme. I became very anxious na I cannot say the things I want to say na impulse lang. Kasi pag tayo, kwentuhan sa tropa, sometimes you say things na, uy, ba mo sinabi yun? And ma-misinterpret na iba. So, I was not ready for that. Sabi nga ni Denzel, when you pray for rain, gotta prepare for the mud. So, I was not ready for the mud.
Yeah.
So, and the mudslinging. So, eventually, hindi naman ako intentionally nagtago. It's just that burnout. And when I was doing it dapat nakikita ko, I wanna be relevant. Dun na, unti-unti. Bakit? Ba't kailangan kong...
Right.
Yan.
Magandang experience nun. Kasi right now, ang daming mga taong gustong maging content creator. Not knowing na may mga ganyang klaseng problem kapag pumasok ka na sa mundo ng content creation. Ano yung parang pwede mong sabihin sa mga aspiring content creators na gustong pumasok sa content creation na be ready for this kind of thing?
May kanya-kanyang motivation naman lahat lalo na nung pandemic, ang daming content creators na because of TikTok. And one is my brother na naging TikToker na siya. Gumagano na siya. But cliche siguro to, sasabihin natin, you wanna add value to people and you wanna succeed. But I think kahit sino ka, if you chase for the top, if you wanna be famous, it doesn't really always, it won't end up nice. It would always be, in sa scriptures, the pride comes before a fall. You don't chase for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, ayun, kanya-kanyang gifts, whatever you're gifted at, do it, add value to people, inspire. Pero pag nahaluan na nga, ng you wanna be the guy, it's always gonna end up. And ako, I didn't know, I was not even on the top. Parang maraming mas magaling, sila Kong. And I don't wanna be. Di ko naman nga hinabol yung boom. It was just, wow, I love what I'm doing, collaborating with other people, nagiging imagine. But yung recognition that came with it, nung maintain ko na, that's where it got heavy for me. I wanna be seen, I wanna be known.
Curious lang ako. Of course, we're not. I think none of anyone here in the room were really famous like you. So how was that affecting you as a person? Let's say, okay, the first video become viral, right? I could relate to a certain degree, but your degree becomes, I would say, like it became like national thing. Gone through not just in Angeles but Manila and entire Luzon, entire Philippines. Was it a good feeling being like viral?
Lagi ko nga kinakwento pag sinishare ko to story sa mga talks dati. No first time ko mag-viral, feeling ko artista ako sa bahay. Hindi mo na ako mautusan. Siyempre, first time eh. Before the booming, nagtatry na ako mag-vlog, di nagbo-boom. And sobrang effort ko, sobrang input ko, and detailed pa ako. Tapos, konti lang nag-like, mama ko pa. So, yung mga ganon. But, yung first breakthrough ko, it was, whoa! But for me, at yung first specific video na yon, it was a very spiritual moment for me because it was not coincidental. Before that breakthrough, I surrendered my life. I'm sorry if I'm gonna speak in these terms now, but it's the only reality I have. Sinurrender ko yung buhay ko kay God. I don't know where to go. Inalis mo yung pangarap ko eh. So anong papalit mo sa akin? Kalat-kalat lang ako sa mundo. Ganun ako magsalita sa kanya. When he gave that, whoa. I grew up Christian, but parang sa mind ko, ay, totoo pala. Right. He gave me purpose that I didn't have before. So, I was not even a super Christian. I still have my old life. Pero yung panlasa ko sa buhay is like, oh, he's real. He gave me a direction talaga. So, that was it. Not perfect, but nung nagva-viral yung video, deep down, I know, this is crazy. I tried before. Mas marami pa yung effort ko.
Ano ba yung dream ni Jericho Arceo prior being a vlogger?
No direction, generally. But what I'm doing is, I was just trying to find my own way, my own place under the sun. Parang, I've seen this video, sabi niya, may dalawang letter P na hanap ang isang youth. Pangalawa lang yung pleasure. Siya, pag nag-college ka, yung walwal days, normal, exploring. But after that letter P is purpose. So I didn't know I was looking for purpose.
Yeah, but you told us last time na you wanna go to basketball, right?
So that was my purpose. I thought I wanna become a famous basketball player and make money, build a family, maybe many families. You know what I'm saying? Ganun mindset ko nun eh. Pag basketballista ka, babae. Yeah, it's the currency that was taught to us. Again, I grew up Christian, but I didn't. Yun yung currency yung babae, chicks, American dream, success. So, grind, glory, girls. Right. And then when that setback happened, I didn't know that was a blessing. Of course, hindsight na lang. Pero at that time, mundo mo to, tas magugunaw. 4 years ako self-training pa ako nun eh. Push-ups, ganyan. Tapos magpi-play ako motivational videos. Hard work, ganun. So, I was looking for purpose. That was my dream. And then, thank God, He allowed this setback to happen because He had another plan for me.
Right. Galing Jet. Parang setbacks, when you're inside the situation, like in the present situation of setbacks, sometimes parang buhat mo talaga yung mundo eh. That's how you feel. Parang, ba't nangyayari sa akin to? Diba? You're like, really think na parang you've come to an end of your life. Sometimes it depends on the gravity, of course, of setbacks. But yun yung feel natin, diba? Parang sobrang hirap, sobrang bigat. Now that you have your knee injured, of course, mahirap na bumalik ng basketball. So maybe tama ka rin, 'di ba? Parang if the Lord allowed you to become a basketball player, be famous basketball player, baka nga naman natupad yung gusto mo mangyari. Baka marami ka talagang families, 'di ba? Parang it could have been set to I don't know, advantage. Baka it could have gotten you far away negatively.
For sure.
For sure.
I know.
So parang that setback of the knee injury diverts everything to become this person already. To start vlogging.
Gaano kahirap yun, yung switch na yun, from this, biglang nagunaw. Kasi parang katakot-takot na mindset yung kailangan mo.
That time, parang kahit naman nagbabasketball ako, I was not even good. Hindi rin naman ako basketball player. I just play. Yung mga dyan lang, pick up games, ganyan. Not really the varsity. Feeling ko, varsity ako. Kasi nga, I'm living in a delusion na, I wanna be this, UAAP. But, I was really, patawa lang po talaga, loko-loko, nung college. So, that side, they know. The basketball, you know, it's not really a big switch for me. But nung I get what you're saying. Nung nag-vlog na ako, I think pati ako nabigla eh. Kasi I never expected me to do this. Pinagtitripan ko yung kapatid ko, nanood ng PewDiePie. Ano yan? Nanood kang YouTube, dapat basketball drills. Kasi yung masculine. Pero yun nga, naging YouTuber to.
And I think parang nagiging challenge din yan ng most na gustong maging content creator. Yung parang nababaduyan sila or parang hindi naman ako pang front sa camera eh. May ganun ka bang feeling?
Yeah. That's why nagsushoot lang ako sa kwarto ko mag-isa. Tapos pag marami ng tao, yung papawisan ako, basta na yung pawisin pa naman ako, parang, ay, hirap. Sabi niya, di ba vlogger ka? Oo, sa kwarto ko lang. Ako lang mag-isa eh. Talking to a camera. So, yeah, there are a lot of adjustments na I didn't expect. It's really a new world.
Is vlogging like, or being a vlogger, is it your personality to begin with? Was it hard for you like to transition from that to being an influencer? And of course, to mention that you're now in the show business.
Siguro may konting OA lang pag may camera. Kasi theatrics, skits, ganyan. Siyempre kailangan mo bigyan ng OA. Pero off-cam, kami kasi ng mga pamilya ko, yung naglolokohan kami. Ganun lang din pag lalabas kami. We're making fun of each other. So nakuha ko doon.
Sample nga, sample.
Nagbago na ako. Mysterious na ako eh. Yung serious. Joke
May
na.
naalala lang akong question. I recently had this interview. Kasi kinukuha akong news anchor.
Sheesh.
So, tanong sa akin nung CEO.
News anchor.
Congrats, sir.
Napaisip ako dun sa tanong niya. Thank you pala.
Wala ko congratulate sa kanya. Thank you.
Congrats.
Yun, ang tanong niya sa akin, how do you handle fame? Or how can you handle fame? Yun yung tanong niya sa akin, napaisip ako. Oo nga, no? How? Kasi, maraming nag-aspire to be content creator. Tinanong na ba ng sarili nila kung how they will handle fame, especially content creation. Sisikat ka. And how do you handle that?
Powerful question. Kasi hindsight, right? I didn't handle it properly.
You did handle it?
I did not.
Didn't.
I did not. That's why I hid. Nagtago ako, nag-stop ako. Kasi parang, again, pag sinabing, I became famous, mas maraming famous. But, a certain level, it's very heavy. Kasi, may isang, kahapon, nag-talk ako sa school, sinabi ko, kasi leadership talk. And then, sabi ko, leaders kayo, may influence kayo. Yung isang like mo, nakita ng mga followers mo, ma-misinterpret nila. I had that. May linike akong video. For me, I didn't mean it the wrong way. May offend. Tapos yun nga, parang, man, I couldn't do as I please anymore. Kasi nga, may nakatingin. So, for me, lagi sinasabi ng nanay ko, wala kang chase na. Huwag mong chase yung fame, huwag mong chase yung success. Though, that's what motivational people say. Chase success. But when I encountered God, my foundation always, for many years, is I have to put Him first. The only reason why I became but na-bless yung mga ibang ginagawa ko, it's because of Him. But if I try to move on my own, I chase fame, I have to maintain this, and dun nagagano. I did that 2019. Nung ginaganyan ko na yung influence ko, I thought it was mine. Dun ako na paranoid, dun bumigat, kasi dala-dala ko na naman yung pinahiram lang. So, nasasabi ko na lang siyang madali kasi it took me 4 years to learn this, na it's not mine. May nagsabi sa akin, rin siya, news anchor, si Ma'am Kata, medyo OG na siya, ABS. Punta ako sa 700 Club, Jericho, kumusta? Okay lang po. Tapos, nag-shoot pa kaming My Guardian Alien nun. Anong serye mo? My Guardian Alien po. Okay biglang bumitaw ng prophetic bars. Okay, I'll watch but remember this, success comes from the Lord. Ginanya niya. I didn't know her. Doon lang kami nag-usap. Doon sa 700 Club Studio. Remember, success comes from the Lord. And coming from her, that's a veteran in the broadcasting industry. That hit me like a truck na, success comes from God. If God doesn't allow you to become successful, no matter how excellent you try to be on your own. So yun, anong connect niya sa fame? Fame or influence, it comes from God. To handle it properly, you have to understand who gave it. If you work it on your own, it's gonna, hindi mo siya masusustain. It's gonna destroy you. It's gonna kakainin ka ng sistema. It happens to everyone.
How does being a social figure affects you mentally? I've heard there's a lot of like talk na parang sinasabi nila that there's a lot of social pressure that leads to depression, mental health issues.
Bashers.
Handling bashers as well, diba? Parang like I think those are like components of us as a person. Sometimes we are basing things on superficial, like these video or his video or her video is getting more likes. Sa akin ito lang nakukuha kong likes. Like if we are in a certain status already where we are beginning to compare our self-worth to the likes or to the hearts or to the shares of one person compared to us.
Nag-struggle ako sa mental health ko. Hindi ako na-diagnose.
What's the cause of the, I just wanna lang before.
Fear. Fear of public humiliation, cancel culture, making a mistake, perfectionism, trying to maintain this image. And yung funny thing is, hindi ko man iniisip na may image ako, but it was there na pala. Natatakot na akong matarnish yung name. And then, yung 4 years na yun nga, doon ko na-recognize na hindi ko kaya yung next season ng lives ko. Na kay Lord, kailangan ko si Lord. So, yun, though it was painful, it was what God used to humble me. Kasi sobrang pride ko. Kasi nga, I thought I was in charge. I thought, yung next moves ko ako. So yun, those setbacks na nag-stop mo na akong gumawa ng videos, God was leading me to focus more on the relationships I've had. For example, tawag nila sa akin, Kuya Jik. Tas doon sa dalawa kong kapatid, di naman ako kuya. That broke me so much na, Kuya Jik. Dalawa kong kapatid, di man kami nag-uusap. When God, and sa parents ko, ganyan, I had hurts with my dad, with my mom. Tapos gagawa akong videos na bless, preaching. Doon ako na-convict na God is more concerned with who I am off camp. And yun, kaya nga, coming from a gifted, operating on gifts alone, God isn't really much impressed doon. Kasi what He wants is intimacy. Yung di mo man nga alam boses ko gaganon siya. And I'm not a blessing to my family. So those setbacks were blessings kasi God was healing me. Lahat ng hurts ko sa buhay ko, He's also interested na if we don't, parang ganito siya makausap sa akin, kung hindi natin i-heal to, it's gonna manifest in the videos you make. You're not gonna be able to, it's gonna sisingaw yung hurts ko, yung mga unforgiveness ko nung na-build up pala.
And being a Christian in the show business industry, like social influence, sabi mo kanina, may nilike ka, and then other people saw that you like this, and they took it differently, right? So there's entails of like, you have to be careful of what you're gonna post, you have to be careful what you're gonna say out there, because there's a people of who might misinterpret that. How do you siguro my question is, how do you manage your identity as a Christian, as a follower of Christ in the show business? Which we all know that show business probably will go different direction with your faith. It goes against it, right?
Para lang malaman ko kung saan ako dinadala ni Lord. If hindi ako doon, He removes me. That's how He has dealt with me always. Kahit, let's say, I want to be there and He doesn't want me. If I force myself, He's gonna make many walls. Alis ka na dyan. That's how He has dealt with me ever since to this day. So, ganun yung basis ko. And now, mas lumalim kasi I consult Him. So, gusto mo ba ako dito? Dapat may peace that connected sa word, blah, blah, blah. So, ganun siya, how he has dealt with me. But, with show business, yun nga, when he put me there, even the way there is a miracle eh. Kasi parang, laging ganun si Lord sa akin na, di ko naman deserve nandito. Maraming imposter syndrome moments, pero that keeps me grounded. I don't wanna overstep my bounds.
I-follow up ako. Correct. As a Christian, may nagiging conflict ba doing film?
There was a time na nagmura ako. may scene ako na nagmumura. Pero at that, one time lang naman yun eh. Best friend ako ni Kuya Kenchan, si Aubrey, mahal kita, Aubrey. That was the only time na I was conflicted on my own. Pero may peace naman kasi role lang naman.
Would you like get a role, or would faith matters now? Would you stand up for your faith? Assuming there's a big cash wherein like this is the role that you're gonna play, and then the play would be a major role, for example. Which comes first?
Cash, hindi, joke. When I took that role, yung may cursing, it was not just a cursing role. It's a realistic role. Best friend ako ni Kuya Kenchan, but I was in a different season that time. God was dealing something in me, and I think yung religious skin ko, because I grew up Christian and I'm making Christian videos, and I think at that season 2022, God was dealing something in me. And then after that role was yung relationship aspect ko kay Lord deepened. Even yung pag-schedule niya dun sa movie na yon was Him moving. And so I'm saying this because I would consider this my second part of my relationship with God. My first was the vlogging. I was operating on my gifts. I was operating on the skills He has given me, but I was not really close to Him. May sinabi yung mentor ko, senior pastor namin, sabi niya, proximity does not mean intimacy. It doesn't mean that you grew up Christian, you go into church, you know His voice. And that was me for 4 years. I was making videos. I know the juicy preachings. I know the quotes. But I don't know His voice. That's why, after nung show na yon, dun na lumalim si Lord. I think what we call the wilderness. When we decide to follow God, He brings us to the wilderness. It's not a punishment. It's where everything is being stripped off. So, that I consider that moment, after that role na nagmumura ako, wilderness agad. Where I depended on God every single day for the basic things. Di man yung, bless mo yung video na to. Doon ko na recognize, kuya, sorry kung humahaba, doon nagkumapal sa akin na kaya lang bine-bless ni Lord yung mga things kasi nandun siya. Kapag hindi be-bless ni Lord, ayaw ka niya doon. So, kaya lagi kong sinasabi sa mga leaders, yung pag nag-usap kami sa church, ang i-bless lang ni Lord yung papagawa niya sa'yo. Yung papagawa niya. It's a second phase of my relationship with God that wasn't present before. Before, it was just, what works, bless mo Lord. Kasi I didn't know Him eh. Ngayon, parang, okay, this time, servant na kita. Well, gagalaw ka on my yes. So that's my season now na, di ba, when God blesses, He adds no sorrow to it. And even the blessing is His presence. So, that's why, when I decide now on major and trivial things, wala na ang trivial ngayon eh. That's what humbled me. Anong maliit-maliit? Even my food, I had to pray for God. Dati, one video lang, Marriott. Niji kami, 5,000. Very reckless. Ngayon, God put me in a situation na all good things in life, even food comes from Him. It's not because of my skills per se. So yun, yung Exodus 33, yung si Moses, I think kapag lumalalim ka na kay Lord, yun yung sign. Ay, hindi ko sinasabi malalim ako. Lumalalim lang kasi mababaw ako dati. Yun na yung decision ko ngayon, kuya, na, am I gonna take this role? If nag-shut yung door, ngayon mas madali na sa akin. Parang, okay, hindi dyan. Hindi na yung nag-grieve ka.
So if a role would probably compromise your faith, and then you as an artist, sabihin na natin, 'di ba? Sabihin natin, role lang naman 'to eh. This is a fiction, you know. This does not define who I am as a Christian. So what I'm as an artist, this is the role I have to play. So is it something that you would easily walk away? Because what you're saying is faith comes first, Christ comes first, right? And then versus to this. Is that something that you will easily be like, I don't want to take the role?
Yeah.
And if that probably cost you the project.
100%. I'm good. Even to stop being an artist. Kung ayaw na ni Lord, I don't even want it. Ngayon nga, ayoko na. This is fresh right now.
This is so fresh. Breaking news.
This is
Just
fresh
in.
right now.
Justin Bieber. Pero this at this very moment of your career, which you've talked about earlier, that you're becoming more having more deeper relationship in him. And now versus to this thing, do you think he's still with you moving forward, or do you think he's like directing you to another direction?
I've been praying and dapat today there was a look test. But not just film, for the record, hindi lang film, even vlogging, just one Lord, kahit kung stop na, I'm 100% okay. Ngayon yung film pinagpe-pray ko, Lord, kung may next o wala, I'm good. Kasi nga, I think He's changing my desires sa youth namin and just following God. If God does, the anxiety it gives me just waiting, waiting on shows like that. Parang grabe.
What do you mean waiting? Like waiting for...
Di ko alam kung dapat ko share kasi fresh pa, no? Siguro, ikat nyo na lang to.
Actually, yun nga rin isip ko. Yeah.
In everything in my life, ngayon, if God asks me to drop it, I'm 100% okay. Kasi He has provided me when I momentarily stopped. He provided for me. He was there for me. And I think that's the best thing in life.
Right.
Sabi nga ni Patrick Bet-David, yung podcaster sa States, and he has a lot that God has entrusted him with. 9 companies, 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
Tapos sabi niya lang sa isang interview, tinanong siya, if you have to lose it all now, but have the favor of God, is it okay? Take it all away.
Yeah.
And I'm not there his level.
Right.
But yun lang pala yung secret sa buhay.
Yeah.
Kung presence ni Lord kasama ko, I'm okay. I think nami-mistake natin din yung presence ni Lord dun sa platform I discovered na marami siyang papagawa at marami siyang i-bless. Marami siyang ipapa-conquer sa atin. But I think the trap here is we identify ourselves to be, oh, you're an artist. Oh, are you a vlogger? Oh, are you a musician? And sometimes, what I am observing also, I'm not even there yet, maraming papagawa si Lord sa'yo. You're gonna excel, but it's not gonna be you. It's gonna, in a sense, renaissance man. Ganun ko nakita Yung mga sumusunod kay Lord, hindi sila nababox into one category. If you do it without God, you're gonna be a jack of all trades. But with God, every season, He puts you in for example, sabi mo, dinala ka ni Lord sa podcasting. Just as long as He's here, He's gonna bless this. If He's not, it's another Babel we're creating.
Like in relation to the scripture, a man can make many plans, but it is the Lord who established our steps. Because the Lord has given us a courage and not a fearful spirit. He gives us a sound mind. We can think of a lot of things. For example, you're prospering in show business. This is where the Lord is leading you. Then probably that's where the Lord wants you to focus on. I want you to do this because it is Him who established us. Matthew 5:6 talks about like being a salt and light. Being a light. Light is not meant to be hidden under whatever to hide it. Light is meant to be put on a pedestal, to mount it on a post, so that people will see God's good deed. If the Lord wants to use me, then He used me. If I begin to like see myself in a way na parang ayoko kasi I'm afraid, I don't want to be in front of the camera, hindi naman ako para dyan. Then I think it's just having a rebellious heart. If this is the platform that He wants me to be on, so that people will see His goodness in my life, then who am I to say no? I realize now that fear, why am I afraid to do this? Basically, it's because of fear. I'm afraid. I'm afraid maybe for like cancel culture. I don't know. There's a lot of things. I'm afraid maybe I'll commit mistake. I'm afraid maybe I'll not look good. I am afraid because so there's a lot of reasons, millions of reasons to say. But going back, so that's the realization that I'm having right now. It's just funny how it connects to your story right now also, that it ministers to me. And galing eh. It's really is a nice thing when we're not saying that we're not talking about religious anyways. We're talking about like
Reality.
relationship.
Yeah.
Talking about more than religious aspect. We're talking about this relationship of like, if you know who's the one holding you, directing you, for us it's Christ, then I mean, sabi mo kanina, kung mawala sa akin tong project na to, I'm okay.
Amen.
Na-amaze ako kasi sa inyong dalawa actually. So may question ako sa inyong dalawa. Kasi parang sa inyo it's easy now to let go of the things. Pero while I'm listening to your stories, baka maraming tao dyan na nakikinig na iniisip, dinala sila ni Lord dito sa position na to. Like for you being an actor, it's like a peak for someone na gusto nilang maabot. And for you directing. Siguro kasi ako mismo parang video editor, then my dream is to become a director. Then dinala ka ni Lord dyan. Nandyan ka na. Now, you're willing to let those go. Now, my question would be, do you have like a list na pag, eto, check. I need to let go. Kahit dinala ko ni Lord dito.
Good question. For me, my list is isa sa mga signs na nararamdaman ko, lumilipat na yung presence. Ganun kasi ko siya nakikita ko ya. For example, acting. If like in the Bible, sa wilderness, malalaman lang ng Israelites kung nandyan si Lord pag nandyan yung cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Pag nandyan yung cloud, di tayo alis, di tayo gagalaw. At sa wilderness lang. For example, acting to. Act ka. Dito ka. Okay, sunod ka kahit di mo alam. Sa paglilipat na, sasabay ka to another place that you do not know. Sasabihin mo, hindi naman ako magaling dito. Nandun siya. He'll equip you. He'll provide for you. Along the way, you're excelling kasi nandyan siya. So for me, if marami ng conflict, marami ng nadadamay, ibig sabihin lumilip, wala na siya. Yung verse na, He adds no sorrow to it. When God blesses, He adds no sorrow to it. The blessing of the Lord adds no sorrow to it. So kapag sumasorrow na, parang ang dami na, di na dito.
Pag may sorrow.
Yeah, parang di na. Kasi pag nag-bless si Lord, laging may peace eh. May peace sa'yo, nabe-bless yung mga loved ones mo, yung mga, ganun sa akin. So for me, nung acting, actually, I didn't start na I'll let go eh. He took it away. That's how He dealt with me. Kasi I didn't know His voice eh. Parang, paano let go? Ang ganda ganito, opportunity to.
Exactly.
So for me, it was a series of events na He was writing pala. I didn't know it was Him. I thought it was just, swertehan lang eh. Wala. Dahil sa akin eh. As I grew deeper with God, that was Him. Kaya nga, I love really, sa mga viewers natin, C.S. Lewis is a good read kasi yung approach niya lagi, sabi niya, when I met God, it's like meeting someone I know all my life. Kasi yung mga events sa buhay ko, kala mo, aksidente lang. Tapos siya pala yun. And then, dito, lumalalim ka na, magpapakilala na siya. Uy, ako yun. Ako nagdala sa iyo. So ngayon, dahil kilala mo na siya, yung next series of events, may coach na. Lipat na. Dati wala eh. Walang naggumaganon. So now, to answer your question, how do you know if it's time to let go of a big thing? You have the bigger thing. It's Him. Kaya nga, there's this story si Paul, yung sa Bible. Ready na siyang mamatay always. Tapos parang, ba't ready siya mamatay? Kasi sinasabi nila, ano yung nakita niya? Why is he always ready to... All these things na malaki sa normal na person, it becomes simple. Kasi yung pinaka-ultimate na experience mo na. So, ang pag-uusapan lang dito, do you know Him? Do you know His voice? If you know His voice, everything becomes secondary. It doesn't even acting o magwalis, it's the same. Kasi sabi niya eh. Yun yung tinuturo sa akin ni Lord ngayon. On cam, off cam, pag akong nagsabi na gawin mo yun, for example, kuya, there was a time, yung film na yun, yung kay Ken Chan, okay, punta ka dyan. Okay, Lord, dito mo dinadala. Tapos na. Next ko, human side, okay, ano kayang next film? Sabi ni Lord, board exam ka. Ha? Ba't ako magba-board exam? It doesn't make sense. Sabi ko, kung ikaw talaga to, provide for me, XYZ, pinrovide niya. Okay. Tapos walang film kumukuha. And by the grace of God, 6 months review, napasa. Yung presence na yun. So that's how I know. Nagpo-provide siya, nagpo-protect siya.
Relate ko lang one. There's a story in the Bible that's a really rich guy, really rich person. And sabi niya, I want to follow you. Jesus, I want to follow you. I want to be your follower. How can I be your disciple? And then the Lord said, sell everything you own, because this man is really rich. Sell everything, give it to the poor. Take up your cross and follow me. And this guy is like having a hard time to probably is having a hard time. Siguro ako rin naman. Mahihirapan din ako mag-isip. Diba? Sobrang yaman ko. Dami ko bibenta ko lahat to, bigay ko sa poor. And then, take up your cross and follow me. That's gonna be hard. It really is a hard thing. But that's what the scripture is about. I think if you want to be follower of Christ, you want to like follow Him, you just have to give everything. And giving up everything, that could be your dream of becoming a director. That could be your dream of becoming like a show business.
Tama yun, Kuya. Rich young ruler. May friend ako si Maiko. Pag meron papalet go sa kanya si Lord, here's the good news here eh. God will help you. Di siya pinatulog, Kuya, sa isang decision niya. And ayaw niyang gawin yon. He has to let go of something, his own plans, and then dun kay Lord. Ngayon, kung nahihirapan kang mag-decide, ang blessing dito, God will help you. If He's leading you to a new direction, He'll use events, He'll use people. He can do what He does. And that's how ganun siya sa akin dahil I didn't know Him. Yung siyang humahabol sa atin, yun yung good news dun eh. Ang ganda ng rich young ruler kasi, that's our topic sa youth namin. Bakit yun yung ginamit ni Lord na since we're in the topic of letting go, ba't siya? Si rich young ruler, hindi lang siya mayaman sa finances. Mayaman siya. Mayaman siya sa influence. Mayaman siya, he's a young ruler. Mayaman siya sa age. Mayaman din siya sa religion.
Yeah.
All of these things, he has to let go in order na si Lord lang pagkatiwalaan natin. If you're trusting in yourself, in your connections, in your religious upbringing, that's still not trusting God. Even I grew up Christian. Sabi ni C.S. Lewis nga eh, those who are rich in values and upbringing do not know their need for Christ. I was that. I grew up Christian. Kaya ang daming pinalet go sa akin ni Lord. Ang pinapalet go lang naman ni Lord, kausap ko din yung friend ko kagabi, is control. That's the hardest thing to let go of. Kasi doon nakaangkla yung bisyo, doon nakaangkla yung ambition, doon nakaangkla yung maling relationships. Who's the Lord of your life? I could sabi rin ni Mr. C.S. Lewis again, pangilang quote ko na siya, basahin niyo siya. Lust, envy, greed are flea bites compared to the greatest sin of all, pride. I am in control. I decide my own dreams. Ayun yung turo ng mundo. And when I encountered God, at nung nakialam na si Lord sa buhay ko, ang dami niyang binabakbak na buhay. It is painful, but yung kapalit nung siya yung nasusunod.
Yeah.
One step with Him is like, biro namin, 10,000 steps in the world. It's like, even though, Lord, kahit di ko alam yung bukas ko, one move mo lang, ang daming nadadamay, Kuya.
Right.
That's why, dun din niya ako tinuruan na, alam mo na, pag magdi-decide ka, let me in. If you want God's resurrection power, sorry for the religious terms, if you want His power, you have to die first. Don't play God. That's the greatest thing I have to let go.
Setbacks. I think it's a megaphone. I don't know if I've said it this last time. Like setbacks or failures in life, kung sino man dumadaan, which is a lot of us, lahat naman tayo dumadaan setbacks and failures in life. I think that's just, I think in my personal opinion, it's a microphone. it's a megaphone probably of the Lord calling you. That I have a better plan for you. I have something far better than what you think is better for you. So how can the Lord communicate that? How can He like move? Is by breaking you. Because I love you, even if you want to be totally in control of your life, I'll create failures and setbacks for you.
No.
Because I'm wanna call you back to
There we
me.
go. Yeah, perfectly said. And the verse na all things work together for good, sobrang powerful nun eh. Kala mo, sinisira ni Lord yung mundo mo. Yun pala, nisa-start niya na yung plano niya sa'yo. Na siyang masunod. I think setbacks are sent so that control natin is surrendered. And it's easier said than done. That's why, ang galing pag na-experience mo eh. For example, pag sinabi natin peace of mind, when you say it like this, peace of mind, peace of mind. But when you're there, it's like, even though you don't know a background of God, you feel you're in the right place, weirdly. And I think that's what God wants in us eh. Na basta kasama mo ako, okay ka. Kaya when you hit the wall, look up, it's a wall, it's a hanggang dito muna. Kasi ang galing din eh. I appreciate the setbacks even now. Kasi, wow, protection siya. I could have died. I could have destroyed everything. Sabi ko nga, aanhin mo yung 6 digits nun nagbablog ka, di ka man natutulog. It's hell. Living hell. Ay, the blessing, finances. Tapos lahat ng aspekto ng buhay mo, hell. That's why setback muna ni Lord eh. And it's a beautiful setback. Because God is writing our stories. And when we learn to surrender that, it becomes beautiful. Yung sabi ni C.S. Lewis, imagine yourself a living house. Lahat papakialaman niya. In fact, sisirain niya yung house mo. Tapos gagawa siya mansion. And that's so true to me. Wow, ang dami mong pinapagawa. And that's why, Lord, thank you. Thank you sa setbacks. Yeah. Thank you sa demolition job.
Right, yeah.
Yun yung setback, demolition job. Parang kay Isaac, kakabigay mo lang ng blessing. Tapos sisirain mo. Okay. The setback was a preparation. Kaya nga beautiful setbacks are sent in order for us to surrender. Surrender just means, hey, you gotta let go. Kaya ang bigat sa akin na sa dami-dami mong ginawa, Jik, para sa akin, you're still in control.
Yeah. It's really nice.
I thought I was serving you. Well, here we go. Here's the bomb. You're not. And there's a book ngayon, Screwtape Letters. Si C.S. Lewis din. 2 demonyo nag-uusap. Sabi ni C.S. Lewis doon, hindi kinakabahan yung demonyo when you're planning big things for God. They're really scared when you're dependent on Him hourly. And God brought me there. Bakit mas kinakabahan yung demonyo pag di mo na alam gagawin mo? Kasi pag surrendered ka na, pag gumalaw na si Lord, hindi ka nalalaban. Yung control wala na. And that spoke to me volumes kasi God brought me to ground zero again. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do again. Perfect. It's time. Every move you make. Kaya nag-speak yung girlfriend ko, nag-chess kami. Nag-speak si Lord sa akin doon. Sabi niya, alam mo ba, bakit yung king one move lang? Bakit? Sabi ko. Kasi yung king one step lang. Kasi in the monarchy, one move of the king, buong nation nadadamay. In the same way with us, child of the kings. Si Lord, pinagwa one day ka niya at a time, one step at a time. You consult Him kasi one move with God, nation. Sabi ko, whoa!
Yeah.
Instead of control mo yung mga bagay-bagay before, konti lang nagagawa mo. Kasi wala si God eh. Yun nga, C.S. Lewis, you have to surrender. And lastly, may book siya, The Magician's Bargain. Bargain ng magician. Magician is God. Kaya nga sa Narnia, pangalan ng Holy Spirit, Deep Magic. Magician, sabi niya, ito yung bargain ng magician. Give up control and earn His power in return. But this power, control niya. Wow! There's a price for God's power. You want God's power in your life? You have to surrender yours. That's control. Kaya para sabi ko, oh my gosh! Let's go. Wala na rin ako eh.
This is the episode 2 already for Beautiful Setbacks. So it really is nice to have you on board, and we hope that this message will just help a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you have if you have if they have questions,
Comment down below. Ay,
yeah.
live pala.
they want to ask questions, you can like, send this guy a message.
Yeah. Do
Or
you want
maybe
promote anything
They
also?
they want to promote,
We're,
promote the shirt.
please like and comment and share this beautiful setbacks.